Today we will see the Jnana Yoga. We covered Karma, briefly covered Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Kathopanishad, there is one Upanishad called Kathopanishad. That Rishi of that one is Kataka Rishi. Kataka Rishi, that Kataka, meaning of Kataka means one who endured the hardship. Kataka means one who endured the hardship for achieving the highest goal. Not for worldly struggle, but he struggled hard to achieve his goal. That is Kataka Rishi. And in Kathopanishad, there are characters mentioned. It is common in both Kathopanishad as well as Chandogya Upanishad. There is it's a famous Upanishad. Chandogya also a famous Upanishad, and Kathopanishad also a famous Upanishad. In that one, Uddalaka is mentioned in both Upanishad. Uddalaka had two children. One is elder son was called as Shvetaketu, and second son was Nachiketa. Shvetaketu was a smart boy, and father recognized his smartness and sent him to the Gurukula. He was smart, and at the same time he was arrogant. And whereas the second son, Nachiketa was very jnani, but not very knowledgeable, but he would not express his knowledge to anyone. He was very subdued, and father thought he is used for nothing, and he asked him, he did not send him to the education. He asked him to look after the cows, clean the house, and household chores. That is, it's a Nachiketa. Nachiketa's story comes in Kathopanishad. We'll further talk about this one later in the class. And Kathopanishad, that its Guru is the Yama king of death is the Guru, and the disciple is Nachiketa. And it's Yama talks about this one, that giving the knowledge, he was talking to Nachiketa. Kathopanishad and Bhagavad Gita goes in hand. Expansion of Bhagavad Gita is Kathopanishad. And in that one, it says, it's a soul. When the soul is born, that the God has given the body, that we are the soul with the body, not the body with the soul. That the soul with the body, that he has given the body as a chariot. Go and look around and come back. That is the purpose. That the soul is the owner of the chariot, and chariot is the body, and there is a driver should be there, driver of the car should be there. That is our intellect. Intellect is the driver, and reins, that reins should be there to control, or steering should be there. Steering is the mind. And horses should be there, senses, and this charioteer is holding the horses through the reins. Through the mind, he is controlling the senses. And 5 senses, it talks about 5 senses, mainly 5 jnanendriyas, the 5 organs of actions. That 5, or you can take it as 10 also if you consider karmendriyas. 5 horses are there, jnanendriyas. Like 5 jnanendriyas are eyes, ears, nose, your tongue, and your skin. 5 senses. And 5 senses are like horses, and you got to control the horses. There is nothing wrong with the senses. Mind should be in control. And mind is wavering. But charioteer, intellect, your buddhi should be clear. If the buddhi is not clear, mind goes wherever it wants. And if you don't have a proper driver, that owner of the car sitting at the back, he gets lost. He will take us to the wrong direction. And senses, it says in the Kathopanishad, there is nothing wrong in the senses, nothing wrong with the horses. That eyes enjoy the beauty. You can nourish yourself, go out and have the food and come back. And ears, that horses called ears, you want to enjoy the music or whatever, you can enjoy and come back. Come back after getting nourishment. You got to come back and you got to go forward. If you don't come back, horses are not coming back. You can't blame the horses. That mind behind that one, it should be, mind, as I mentioned in the previous class, mind cannot decide. It's the mind always, should I go towards the horse or should I listen to the intellect? And intellect, if it knows what is right and wrong, it can control the mind. That it talks about this one, and this is the jnana. That intellect should have the knowledge of, it should have understanding why it has come. Its purpose as a charioteer, it is sitting here to take the passenger back, taking him for a sightseeing, and after that is taking back. This is the jnana. That it talks about jnana. I will further expound on that one. And jnana, that scriptures, Kathopanishad also says, like wealth, we have to share the wealth with others, so is the knowledge. We take the knowledge from various sources. We don't give the knowledge back to the society. It is the greatest thing. They are the greatest hoarders. And in the Taittiriya Upanishad, another Upanishad, it says that teacher or whoever has acquired the knowledge, he has so much of concern for the people. He wants to share the knowledge with others. And there is a mantra that's it's Amayantu Brahmacharina Swaha, Vimayantu Brahmacharina Swaha, Pramayantu Brahmacharina Swaha, Shamayantu Brahmacharina Swaha, Dhamayantu Brahmacharina Swaha. It says that I am longing to give the knowledge to the others. Let the students who are seekers of the knowledge, may they come from all directions to me. And Pramayanto, let them come, the seekers of the highest knowledge, may they come from all directions to me. And people, the Shamayanto, people having the control over their mind, let them come to me from all over the direction. And Dhamayanto means people with control over their senses. Let them come to me from all directions. That teacher, that real teacher, that he wants to share the knowledge before he or she dies away. That so much of concern, that so much of wealth is there, it should not go unwasted. Next generation, we have an obligation to pass on the knowledge to the next generation. That whatever knowledge we are acquiring here or wherever, we have an obligation to pass it on to other next generation. And Vedas clearly says not to give the knowledge to those who do not have children. Children means not the physical children, they are that shishyas, that whoever you have to pass the knowledge on to others. If they are not passing on to the others, don't share the knowledge with others. It is like sowing the seeds on the rocks. You have an obligation like passing the wealth to others, knowledge also. You should have a commitment within. I should pass on this knowledge, whatever little I have acquired, I should pass it on to others. That is the Jnana Yoga. Whatever knowledge is there, we have an obligation to pass it on to others. That is a brief introduction to Jnana Yoga, and it goes in hand with what I talked, Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga, it says like the rains, that we need to have a stable mind. That if you don't have a stable mind, we can't do any sadhana. That its body may be very good, but if the senses are not there, we can't function. And like in Jnana Yoga, it says, Yama says that we have 5 Jnana Yoga, Jnanendriyas, eyes are there, ears are there, and tongue, your nose and skin, and of all 5 senses, ears are the most important. For Jnana Yoga, seekers of knowledge, ears should be sharp. That hearing is first important. That you got to, for seekers of knowledge, ears should be very sharp. Not to hear the gossips, but hear the good things. Hear, that first process is hearing, and Sravana. Sravana, it is called as Sravana. Then after that, Manana. Manana means regurgitate what you have heard. That you have heard many things, but what is appropriate for you. That some things may not be appropriate for you. Regurgitate, like churning the butter. That the churn, you churn, and after churning it's a yogurt for long time. That Nidhidyasana, Sravana, Manana, Nidhidyasana, what comes out within yourself, the butter comes out, that is the real knowledge you have acquired. Otherwise, what you are hearing, it's just an information. It is not the knowledge. You got to convert the information into knowledge through the process of churning within. That is called as Nidhidyasana. That is the real knowledge comes in. Whatever otherwise, we are just gathering the information, and if you are passing on the information like vomiting, that whatever you heard without processing within, that you got to hear and process, churn it, and whatever butter you get, whatever it's realization within, what is convincing for you, that knowledge you have to pass it on to others. And Raja Yoga, it says, Uddhare Ratmanatmanam Atmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. Here it means Atma means mind. Mind is Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu. Mind itself is your friend, mind itself is your enemy. And look after your mind. That you got to raise yourself by yourself. Nobody can help you. Mind, because mind itself is your friend, mind itself is an enemy. That is the Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga helps us in having a stable mind, and so that our journey is smooth. And we have come as a passenger to look around, that sitting in the back car, and with the stable mind and stable buddhi, stable intellect, may the senses take us to the right direction. And senses, 5 senses, karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas are there. Through yogasana, through pranayama, it helps us in strengthening our horses. And with Raja Yoga, stable mind, and with the buddhi, and maybe be successful in our journey. That is the purpose of, it's the essence of Kathopanishad, and essence of Jnana Yoga and Raja Yoga. Lie down on your back.